Hi, my name is Greg Lahti. I am CEO of Cerebrum. We sell laboratory workflow solutions for the clinical anatomic pathology, clinical trials anatomic pathology, and genomics labs. So the lab's experiencing a problem. It's basically losing profitability. Labs aren't making money right now for various reasons, but the top three, costs are increasing, reagents, employees, rent, the whole gamut. Reimbursements are decreasing. So reimbursements are set by CMS.gov. For most of those people that are in the medical space, CMS.gov sets that for Medicare, Medicaid. They set the reimbursements to the lab. Every year, Congress gets together and cuts down that reimbursement. At the same time, you've got regulation increasing. You've got HIPAA, you've got CLIA, you've got CAP, College of American Pathologists, that covers some of the labs. HIPAA version 2 is coming out. So all these things are kind of hitting the lab and making them not make money. What we do is we provide a way for them to get efficient and make money. Or our product, or an average lab, will, of $50,000 a year subscription, will generate between $1 to $3 million a year of revenue for the lab. Sounds amazing, but it is. It's 4x improvement of the techs and the pathologist. And what we do is we integrate the system, our product, into their lab, start to finish. What we find out is most of these labs are basically not managed digitally. They're still using pen, paper, Excel, Sharpies to write on the slides. It's pretty scary. So what we do is we basically automate that whole entire process from start to finish, including all the machine integration and lab machines. Currently, right now, our traction that we've done, we've started out in 2018 as a Delaware C Corp. We've released at the end of 2018 our product. In 2020, we garnered up, we've been a partner with Quest Diagnostics since 2015, building their genomics workflow end-to-end. They partnered up with Ancestry.com, so our product over there is built to do 5 million DNA tests a month. So that's our genomic side that we're starting to productize. This year, we're actually bringing on what we call IHC stainers, lab machines in the lab, as well as digital pathology, which is the next generation of pathology for the labs, where they would scan the slide and the slide would be read remotely by the pathologist. COVID really pushed that. The FDA allowed it to happen basically in 2021 after COVID. But as you probably know, pathologists are not graduating enough of them. There's a dearth in the supply of them. And basically the way to do this is to start allowing remote pathologies to be read, enabling our customers to be able to go find pathologists that work and live in different areas to be able to read cases. Basically, we're in the clinical anatomic pathology space. It's about $1 billion market overall. We're looking at about 800 or so. There we go. I can kind of see what I'm looking at. The clinical trials are set up for CROs, or contract research organizations, for big pharma. Big pharma, once they start working on a product, they'll do their internal testing, but they hand this out to CROs to do the final testing. The CROs will do all of their drug development, so they'll get maybe, say, and it's very much I call it an animal-based testing, so they'll get like 1,000 rat liver, 1,000 mice brain. They'll do their workups, they'll do the assays, and then they'll present that back, all that findings, back to the drug manufacturer that goes back in for FDA approval. So there is no system on the market right now for these guys. We're it. And then genomics is starting to get really big. So if any of you have done Ancestry.com or 23andMe, you can already see that you're getting something out of it. Quest is actually taking our product and building, what they're doing is they're selling out for direct-to-consumer panel-based testing as a subscription service. Right now for traction, I always look at what we have. We've got a bunch of customers that come in, but we've got some competition. And what I like to say is we basically erase the competition. We are 4x more efficient in our product. We're a SaaS-based product. We're not a big hospital system. We don't compete with those with like Cerner and Epic. Most of these other competitors of ours are sitting on on-prem servers or PC-based products, and ultimately they don't measure up. We're a cloud-based system, so we save a lot of money for our customers. We basically enable them to offload a lot of the IT service costs and licensing costs, and then they just go to a subscription-based service for us. So right now, we've been technically in business since 2009. We started out with our second generation and started selling it in 2018. Our SaaS-based revenue, we're about $500,000, we'll close this year. Service revenue has basically been augmenting our build. We are a bootstrap company. But our sales model is really just, it's a SaaS-based product, $9.99 a month, $1 a case. For the clinical trials product, we're basically $1 a specimen that gets put in, or $1 a sample. So we're very efficient from a cost perspective to our customers, but we have a great margin being a cloud-based service. Clinical AP, we service the gastro, uro, derm areas, veterinary. Clinical trials, again, what we said, and then genomics we're just starting to put forward. So we are a bootstrap company. I put in about $250,000 at the beginning of this company, of which we're profitable, we're paying ourselves back, so we haven't taken any outside investment yet. We're looking for about a $2 million seed round to get going. I need to scale my sales and marketing team up further, and we're going to do a little bit of, we're basically working with partnerships right now for digital pathology. Digital pathology is going to be the wave of the future. And I'm working with customers right now that want to not just implement that, but also the digital pathology side will have an AI and ML component to that, so that a slide will get looked at and we can count basically the amount of cancer cells or H. pylori bacteria on the slide, and therefore all that information comes back out of the digital viewer, goes back into our system, records it, puts it back into the final report, and then that gets sent back out to the physician and then ultimately the patient. So there's a whole workflow there that is lacking in the industry right now, which is we call it a bidirectional interface, so that we can talk to the viewer, but also the LIS that's managing the lab. So we have a great team. I've got 35 years of experience doing this in hardware software development. This is my 5th startup. I've raised money before. It's been fun. Matt Hoppus, my business partner, he is a big data guy. He came out of Honeywell, where it was highly regulated manufacturing. So we understand big data in a large way. And Susan Welch, our sales director, she came from pharma. She came out of Pfizer, basically. And I was able to poach her last year. So she's been a great asset. We have about a total of 19 people in the company. Ultimately, 16 of them are mostly all engineers, software engineers from various aspects. I have a great team of advisors. The very first one on the left is Dr. Dan Jondal. He's a gastroenterologist. Him and Karen Delaney basically allowed me to come into the lab for 5 years and build a workflow. And they were customers. So my customers told me what they wanted, what they don't wanted. Dana Kirschenman was another customer of mine in the urology space, so she helped me put together what they wanted for the urology side. At the bottom, I've got a great set of advisors as well in the marketing side. James Bates is another startup in the Phoenix Valley. He was a former Freescale executive who started up a company now in doing AI health. So he and I collaborate quite a bit. Short answer, we've got products in the market. We're profitable, and I say just barely because all the profit we take, I'm pouring back into the company for sales and marketing. I think we've got a great set of customers. We keep expanding, and we're actually helping millions of patients. One of our database, just as a side note, one of our databases within Quest has over 400 million user patient entries. A couple of my gastro companies are in the 5 to 8 million user patient entries. So we've got a good system and we've got a good team. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much.